Get him now before the police come.
T-minus 5, 4,
Hey, come here.
3, 2, 1. Ignition. Liftoff.
The white zone is for immediate loading.
La zona blanca es...
This afternoon. Fabulous.
I'm Danny Bonaducci, and you are watching Govs Radio. This is where you go if you want to see something or if you want to hear something funny. Coming up in just a couple minutes. This is a joke I told. What? I'm not on Gov Radio? Call the police. Call my agent. Hi, I'm Danny
Knockin' Dead
Bonaducci.
Comedy Radio Show, also brought to you by Two Eagles Auto Body. For more than 25 years, Two Eagles Auto Body has been the leader in auto body repairs and customer satisfaction on Long Island. Two Eagles Auto Body handles every type of auto repair, from custom applications and restorations to repairs involving insurance claims. So call Two Eagles Auto Body and ask for John Rossi at 516-328-2527.
behind the bag. It gets through Buckner. Here comes Knight, and the Mets win it.
Hello, Tony. Mookie Wilson here, 1986 Mets. How you doing? Long time no see, man. Hey, man, I miss you guys, man. That Knock'em Day Comedy Radio, man. I miss you. I wish I was still up there, man. But I'll wait till it warm up a little bit, and hopefully this year things will be a little bit better, man. But when you're talking about comedy, hey, the early years of Mets was a lot to laugh about. You had to make a lot of comedy off those guys. Hey, hope to see you guys during the summer, and hopefully get back on the show, man, at some point in time during the course of the year, all right? All right? Yeah, fine. Contact me, man. All right, Tony. Talk to you later.
3-2 to Mookie Wilson.
Matter of fact, my four is me, Billy, Fat Jay, and Joe Winchell. Those are the four guys that
I will tell you this much: Fat Jay is my consigliere of comedy.
He's everybody's consigliere.
Is he?
Yes.
Then fuck him. I thought he was
No. But he's good at it, and each person is special to him. He's good at it.
Because I feel like if I mildly gossip, because I really try not to gossip.
Oh no, we're live.
Why?
Oh, no gossip.
I said take it out of my ass, not put it in my ass.
Well, you
and
should
I told
say
him
both.
I wasn't getting naked on a beach for anybody. Janice from The Muppets Take Manhattan.
Was she?
That's she says.
But she say it like that. It's like Janice.
I told him I'm not getting naked for anybody. Anyway, go ahead.
I do like when people ask Laura, how long are you in comedy? And I never know what to do with the microphone. So, but in podcasts now, everyone holds the mic. That's the thing now. Everyone
Do they?
Oh yeah, well that's
yeah.
Oh yeah, they do. But
like we're sitting on a couch and holding.
well, well, that's the difference between them and us. We're not sitting on a couch. We're in a professional studio at a reputable place.
Agreed.
Not in somebody's dingy basement.
Camera.
Yeah.
Wait,
Yeah.
This
Hello.
is oh
Yeah, you have a hand.
Hello.
Yeah, you have a hand in.
I can't see.
So I have both.
After the big TVs.
Both. Yeah, that TV's having a hard time getting a signal. So I'm working with both cameras so that I can fit the three of us in one shot. So this is.
Fat joke.
So, yeah, that's one camera
Where's the one? Where do we look?
right in front of you.
Oh, this one?
Yeah.
Oh, so I gotta come
So
over more.
you and Andy are on that
I
one.
know what happened to my head. Oh my god!
Oh, your head split.
Yeah, I love it when I'm at the split.
Are you?
It's like look
You're
how
like-
long my arm is.
You're like Moominshans.
Movement shots.
I saw that
they're
when I was a
back.
kid.
See, this is what happened. He wants to start, and this
Fuck
is what
him.
happened.
No, this is great. This
I
is
saw Mum
The toilet
Sean's
paper. You saw it?
the second time. So first time I was probably like 8. Second time was at Stony Brook, like pre-pandemic.
On Moominshans revival?
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
No.
All the and not all the original, but the lady
Who
who.
cares if it wasn't? I wouldn't
Like
even
you'd know.
But it was
Right.
legit.
Was
It
she
was so
Moomin?
cool. She was chancing it like a motherfucker. I'll tell you that. I don't know about Moomin.
See,
I don't know from Moomin.
It's like Blue Man
I
Group.
love those 80s references and when people get them.
No, that was 70s, wasn't it?
It was
79?
It's
Yeah.
like late 70s. Like I'll say like I said, my wife and I were having this conversation last night because she didn't remember us seeing them. Is Muppets? Because even Mum Chance was on the Muppets.
Yes.
Right. Yes.
So it's
So was
that
Juliet
era, the
Prowse,
late
but-
70s.
So was Juliet Prowse.
Oh, she was on the second episode. Are you kidding? Who the fuck are you talking to? She's so beautiful. I like. and hilarious.
And Anne Reinkin. Okay, let's go. I'm gonna go on such rando. And who was
Roger
the
Moore
guy-
with the. I
And
like
who was
to
the
walk
guy?
with
The guy that did.
The unknown
that
comic.
played Mario. The
Bob
guy, he
Hoskins?
looked like Lou Albano. That actor, French. What was it with the curly hair?
Gerard Depardieu.
No.
No, stop it.
Fucking-
We don't
It's the only
know
French
that.
actor I know.
Here?
Why is we don't even need.
Why the fuck is Laura Patton here?
Shut up, Fat Jay.
I know who you're talking
Turn the
about.
switch, and Tony should go change his oil.
Right. So the next Marceau.
Joe,
It's like he's naming
I didn't even
every
think of
French
him.
person he knows.
I only get an hour's sleep, so you guys are more than welcome to just take
Who was
over.
that guy? Imagine if Tony just napped, and he came in with like a CPAP. We should get a CPAP.
Oh yeah.
No, I didn't sleep. It's not that I couldn't sleep. I was filming Criticos. Greg Criticos filming a movie,
I like to watch.
and he had an overnight shoot
Where?
in Astoria.
I see. Shocker.
I got
Greek
there at
Astoria?
11:30.
How could that be?
He wanted me there at 9, but I was here, so I got there at 11:30. They weren't ready for me until 4:30.
Oy
I was ready to, and then I got out of there
You were
about.
a camera lighting guy.
I was acting. Damn it. Me and
I can
guess
see where you would say that.
and guess who else was there? Your one of your buddies was there with me.
Teddy.
No.
No. No, I don't think Greg likes black people. No, I'm kidding.
No.
No, actually, Teddy was in Greg's last movie, wasn't
Yes.
he?
Mhm.
Yes. Carla was there.
She was.
Oh,
She was
nice.
acting.
She was.
Very cool.
And she got to leave at
Who was she
2:30.
playing? A Latina, and they're like, "You don't look Latin."
She was playing a Latina waitress.
She's not Latin.
Oh, wow, like.
That's a
Is she
stretch.
just like
She-
living her
I think
life
I look
the
more
way
Latin
that
than her.
like what's gonna happen next? She's gonna the next role she'll be married to some guy who
Big
becomes
comic.
a famous
And
comic.
then she'll become a comic too.
Right.
And then date another comic.
Right.
She's
That's
gonna be
the
typecast.
that's like the fifth role down the line.
Carla has range.
Yes.
I love Carla. I didn't mean to shit on her. No, but we
I don't
play.
think that's
We
shitting
play
on her.
Guess Who's Latin.
I mean, unless she likes that.
We play Guess Who's Latin, and we put up a picture of my kid or her kid, and my
Oh,
my
absolutely.
kids always look darker than her.
It's true.
The only giveaway for a kid, not so much Isabella, but oh my God, Juliana has edges. She has
Yes.
Latin edges. She has the Latin hair,
Yeah.
so that's the giveaway. Her hairline gives her away that she knows what Papa Fritos are.
Popa frita.
I just went with them. I'm all over the place. We went to a Colombian restaurant. Fabulous food. I've never had Colombian food.
I've
before.
never been to a Colombian restaurant, but I can imagine.
You have to go when Carla orders, though.
Right. I've been to Brazilian restaurants, obviously.
That's
most
a
of
little
us
more
have.
mainstream. But Colombian and the cheesy bread,
Oh man.
fire. But it's not a loose cheese, and they're big cilantro people.
Oh yeah,
Colombians.
yeah.
Who knew? I didn't.
I guess I would. I just maybe it's bad that I assumed that.
Yeah, why would you?
Sorry.
That was racist.
Don't cancel me, please. You know the Colombians with the cilantro.
That's cilantro.
You know what people have cilantro with the goddamn Colombians.
Forget the Dominican. Cilantro. No, the food was fabulous. We were eating this little pork and a big sopa. Oh,
Oh man, where was this?
next to a laundromat. Shocker.
Also owned by the Colombians.
Facts.
That's like that. We once went to this Afghani pizza place.
No.
Yeah, it's like the closest one to Broadway, to a comedy club. Because if you go west,
It's
like
the dollar one. Is it $1?
I don't think it's $1 one. I went in there with Billy and his mom, and the guy had like basically a penis growing out of his elbow. Had some sort of fucking growth.
Oh my
there.
God. I just saw that the guy that owns the Shore House that Jeff does the thing, he has like a huge goiter. Oh my God. I couldn't stop looking.
Mole, mole,
I'm
mole.
well, hopefully it'll be cold when I do.
He hopefully
mine.
wears
He'll have
long
like a
sleeve, but
long
he's all
sleeve.
jacked. He's like, bah, 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 bah.
Oh.
So I think he did that to draw less attention to that, but it didn't.
Yeah. It might have gotten bigger.
I know. And then I'll have to tell you a story who I was with this guy off the air because I don't want to be awful. He had baby arms.
T.
You
We met
with
a
Good
guy-
thing-
we met a
guy.
guy with baby arms. I know.
What? Because like the flipper arms, like because of that birth control
he had
shit from the
full elbow,
70s.
But then it was hand from the elbows.
Oh my God. I want to see that.
I know. And then he had to lift a glass of wine, and it was all. No, it's so bad. I gotta stop. Come on, Tony, start the show. Tony, it's
Jesus
your job.
Christ. What
Come
is
on.
wrong with you?
Tony, welcome to Friday.
That's it.
Here we are. Tony has
That's
an
it.
agenda. Let's let Tony stick to his agenda
Yeah, yeah.
this time.
We'll
Go
be
ahead,
quiet.
Tony.
No,
We'll be
I,
quiet.
I really
No.
didn't. I
We'll be
really didn't
quiet.
put much of an agenda
Tony,
together
do
because
you.
you guys.
Do you?
I am doing me. I'm taking a much needed break.
I'm doing me right now.
That's what she said.
All right. You're doing something with John Joseph, who is one of my favorites.
Oh my God, I do not know him.
Oh,
and anyone I mention his name to, people are giddy. And not only he's the opener for Julio Iglesias.
Oh yeah, Julio.
All the girls I've loved before. Very excited. Everyone I mentioned his name to. So yes. So do you want to
ask him to tell you his Paul Newman story?
Paul Newman story. Okay, I will. And then Don says something about bullshit songs or something. He calls them or
yes.
Yes.
And Harry Chapin.
Yes.
Mentions John Joseph in one of his songs, and I forget the name of the song.
I think it's called John Joseph.
Cats in the Cradle, John Joseph.
No, it wasn't. I don't think it's like one of his big hits. But ask him about that too. But he does. No, that's Jim Croce.
Will you call? Oh, that's right. Wrong guy. I confuse them.
Yeah.
I probably don't know any more Harry Chapin songs other than Cats in the Cradle.
Taxi.
Oh, Taxi's the other one. And I know we got.
You would know Taxi if you heard it.
Probably if I heard it.
What on the LAE?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Do you remember MOD had a
we
song?
We were supposed to see him that night.
About like.
You were?
Yeah, he was playing at Eisenhower Park that night. We were. In fact, we were already there when the accident happened.
I've told you this before. When
caused it, Tony?
When I was like a bar back and bartended and whatever, and you working at a restaurant or some bar, and they'd have a happy hour guy come in. Guys of a certain age would come in, and they all be like, I knew Harry.
Yeah.
And I'd be like, we weren't even talking to each other until just now. That's the first thing you just said to me.
Right.
Like, why would you fucking say, like? And
I feel like Harry Chapin was a little bit like George Washington. He couldn't have slept all those places he slept.
Right.
I call bullshit. Or
he's a chronic napper.
Or he was a drifter and he had no home. He never went home to Monticello.
Right? Could you imagine? Like, there's
Everyone's
a guy.
like, George Washington slept here. I go, yeah. What else?
We got a guy in Port Jeff Station that's called Johnny Finger. And he's got special needs or whatever, but like he's been around for a long time. And in high school, people would always be like, hey Johnny, and he would do,
right,
like,
the finger. Yeah.
And that it's so funny because he's been around for so long now. People defend him, that's probably
the right thing to do.
Johnny Finger. Well, that's why like when people are like, oh, the world's going to shit. It's like people are nice to Johnny Finger.
Yeah.
Like shut the fuck up. We were like ruthless with that poor guy.
I know, we had a deaf kid called Speech, and he worked at the bowling alley, and he had to fix trap pins, and they would throw the ball, and he wouldn't hear it. Terrible. Which I don't know why he didn't hear the vibrations on his feet, but anyway.
Because don't they have like superpowers like that, like all of the other?
I'm so much for my career starting to turn as I. Luckily, 8 people
named him
Speech.
There's this guy, and I will say his name, Lee West. He's and I'll use air quotes here, comic. Out in Suffolk. Nice guy. He really is a nice guy and everything, but he did this bit the other day where he talked about going on a date with this deaf chick who was super hot that he met on some swiping thing. And that she ended up being like kind of a bitch. And it's so funny because to me it was funny because he's like, can you believe that? Deaf bitch being a bitch like that? Yeah. I love that.
Right, and I'm sure he was a treat. Like she's not allowed to be like, "Wow, this sucks."
Well,
look at the 6s I have to date because I can't hear.
Well, I don't think that he has the metacognition to understand why that was funny to me. Because I do love, like all people with disabilities have, like they've got to be nice.
Right. They
you do. You assume.
Standards.
Yeah,
you should be so happy. I'm with you.
It's kind of like whenever they say, "Oh, I had the greatest blowjob of my life," and people go, "Was it a fat girl?"
Yes.
And it's like, of course it was. You know what I'm saying? Like it's kind of along those lines. But I've had shitty blowjobs from fat chicks. So
nice.
What?
Yeah.
Good. You know what? Because we had a meeting of the fat chicks. And
no.
Yes.
No, because you're not part of that.
You're not a part of that. You were there performing.
So we had a meeting, and I was like, number one,
got your
stop
MFA?
giving good blowjobs. Right. Because you're making it harder for the rest of us.
Right.
Junkies that prefer not to. I think I've been moved into mid-size. That's what they call it. Now, I'm not plus size, I'm mid-size.
No, you're hot.
That's how they call I wish. Oh, hello. Stop. Hello. Hear that? Husband not listening?
He's not. Well, he's not talking
to me.
He's talking to the fucking phone right now. Like, I'll tell you what. Oh, you got words now, huh?
Yeah, now you got something to say.
Hey, he paid for my my appetizer that night, so I can't actually. I'm sorry, dude.
Guy. Not talking to me.
Sorry,
why?
Liz, can you believe not talking to me?
I couldn't.
Because I'm not nice. But whatever, it doesn't matter.
Well, you brought it up.
So you know why? Because I came home. whatever. I was having a bad day. And then he's like, you always have a bad day. So then I said, are you annoyed that I'm talking to you? I asked him. And what the man did, in all honesty, he worked all day outside, phone, rings people, all that stuff. And he said, yeah, I'd prefer you not talk to me. I don't want to make small talk. I just want to make my dinner. I got softball. Don't talk to me. But I asked.
Right.
And he said, no, don't talk to me. Didn't go well.
So you followed that request, and you're just how long's it been?
Tuesday.
No way!
Come
really?
on. Come on.
My younger son my older son went to Chicago, so we have no children in the house of my older son. I love him. He's a lot. But so it's just us.
Yeah.
Should just be.
Should be naked activity left and right.
My mother listened, so I had pants on. But the point is, it
just
should
pants?
be.
That's super hot.
No, and a shirt and a whatever. It doesn't matter. No, he should. Come on, let his guard. You could go back to being a jerk on Sunday night when my son comes home. Then you should be. It's just us in the house. He should let it go, like Frozen.
Yeah. No. I agree. There's no reason to not.
Well, he told you not to talk to him.
I asked. I said.
Right.
I said, do you want me not to talk to you? And he said.
So you're waiting for You're waiting for him to come back and say, "Okay, now you can start talking to me."
No, I wouldn't say. First of all, when you come home, you don't want to make small talk with this. That hurts my feelings. I'm not gonna lie. A treat. You can only imagine, fellas. I see all you guys out there.
I feel you.
If only I could be married to her.
I like your husband a lot. I bet you guys have a lot of fun. I bet there's a lot of laughter in that house.
I bet you there's not as much as you think.
Yeah, the road show's always better than the home show.
No,
we do better when other people are around. We're fabulous. We could never go away alone.
I'm sticking to it. I think you guys probably laugh a lot.
On occasion.
I'm trying to like find the good stuff to make you both sympathetic and sentimental and bring you back.
Could be nicer. He's a cold Puritan Massachusetts fella. He's not Italian or Jew. I made a mistake.
Ooh.
I know.
Yeah.
Jewish person of Jewish persuasion.
What's the right thing?
He's not
certainly
Italian
not Hamas.
or Jewish.
He does wear the Red Sox hat.
I stand with Israel. Stop.
I stand with Israel.
Stop. Everyone stands with
He wears the Red Sox hat around. I got a problem with that.
He's a quieter guy, which I knew. Listen, I met him. He was 19. I was 20.
Wow.
I know. I seduced him at a frat party.
You're robbing the nursery. He's robbing the geriatric ward. That's what I used to say about my first wife. Was 5.5 years older than me.
Oh, that's old.
So, she really robbed the cradle, and I'd be like, no, I robbed the geriatric ward.
Well, I mean, considering she was 22 and you were 17, that is a problem.
That would have been hot. No, it was 20 and 25 and 27.
Like Dane Cook.
Yeah, right. So you seduced him at a frat party?
I said, I bet your room is messy. And he says, why? Would you like to see it? That's
it. What's up, girl? That was a good line.
That is good.
And now I'm on the hook 34 years later.
Oh, nice. Big mistake. No.
All right, so do that today when you get home.
I bet your room is so messy.
Yes.
Oh, my gosh. That would be so romantic.
I'm going to text him right now. I'm going to text him right now.
And you're going to say that?
See what he says.
Does he know you're here?
Oh, and take off.
Have you not talked enough that he doesn't know you're here?
Can you take off your shirt and send a picture to him?
Send a titty picture?
Yeah.
I don't have to take off my shirt.
We'll turn around.
I might have some.
The cameras will still be on.
I might have something in a hidden folder, but you didn't hear that, Mom.
I was going to say the opposite.
No, I have a dick pic of my own dick that I like to airdrop whenever I'm in a random place.
No, your dick?
Whenever I'm somewhere, I just start airdropping my dick pic to everybody that I possibly can. So.
I don't think it's your dick. Come to think of it, why? A dick pic doesn't really need to be your dick.
No, I know, but it happened to be. I had the dick pic.
Is it really your dick? You really have a picture of your dick?
Yeah, no, I only have one. I only have one picture of my dick.
Is it in a hidden folder on your phone?
No, it's somewhere where I have to be like.
It's not even in favorites.
No, I'm an idiot. I never organize, and it's one of those things that I'm like, I need to organize these pictures.
Yeah, I know.
But now it's like, how many years in?
I'm the same way.
My voice recordings that I do for the I do a bit where I'm like I'm super funny when I'm high, but whenever I forget what I'm writing down, and then I'll play something for people, and then I'll explain like what was behind that or whatever.
Why you did it.
And I don't know why I brought that up, but they're all they just say like I'm up to like recording 134.
So you're like, well, I'm going to jump all over the place. That
I
recording
have
went
no
34. My sister and I, and my friend Debbie, Amanda couldn't come. Her dad was in the hospital. Sorry about Amanda. But anyway, I just went to see Henry Winkler. Amazed, the
Nice.
Fonz.
What was he doing?
Yeah. How?
He wrote a book.
Oh,
Okay.
and he was signing it.
He signed his book, and he took pictures with everyone.
That's
And
cool.
he was a gift. And I asked a question because, of course, I did. And I said, I have to tell you, when you went from the Fonz to the Night Shift Nerd, it was a bit of a shock. It was hard for me. Like, I had Fonzie under
Still
roost.
kind of dealing.
I said, I'm a disciple of the Fonz. I don't eat liver because of you. I'm like,
You can't say you're sorry.
Yes,
I'm
so
sorry.
I can't. So there you go. I am a Fonz disciple.
Did you write?
Yeah,
I bet your room is messy.
So messy.
You did write that?
It's gonna stay on.
No response.
Nothing.
Damn it.
Let's see. Well, it could be in the upper pole or whatever.
Could be.
You know. Understand.
Up a pole. I hope he's up.
Maybe tonight you'll be. Maybe after getting that text tonight, you'll be.
Maybe you'll get upper pole. So so I met the
Play the Al
Fonz,
Green when you're
and there
home.
was a point to. So anyway, so I brought up Night Shift, and me and my sister, just how you said with the voice, we go. This is Bill telling him to shut up, reminding him to shut up. Remember he kept playing it, Michael Keaton, in the morgue.
Yes.
How about you feed the mayo to the fish? And Ron Howard directed that.
Yes,
I
he
did
did.
not know.
144.
And also, Ron Howard gave him the ability. He could have been any part. He could have been either part,
Oh,
and
wow.
he chose that one.
Kick ass.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna. This is a 9-second one.
The time I got in a fight with Chip and Dale over a Vietnam joke, I told to my father, who is a Vietnam vet.
Where were you with Chip and Dale? Were you in Disney?
I was in Disney, and have I told this to you before?
I don't think so. Actually.
So I'm sitting there. I'm 15, sitting at a table with my father. Is across the table from me. His second wife, my brother.
How many wives did he have?
2.
Okay.
But the my brother, my stepbrother, my grandmother actually came with us. One of the few times my dad and his mother were talking, and so we're at like one of these places. Goofy and Chip come out, and somebody else, but they were like across the room. Chip comes up, and we were joking around. And I go, "Hey, Dad, do you have a recipe from Vietnam for chipmunk?"
Okay.
And so everybody at the table laughs.
Yeah.
You know, this is also
Was a
1990.
kid.
This is 1990,
Yeah, you're
right? I'm
allowed to
15.
say
It's
it.
1990,
Right.
whatever. Chip kind of does one of these, comes around and starts kind of fucking with me from like behind him. I'm like,
But he can't talk.
Right. But he's kind of like pushing me and whatever. And I'm like, yeah. But there's a moment where I realized, like, holy
He
shit,
was aggressive.
this is fucking real. I got up and I fucked Chip up.
He did throw you out.
Like, it was wrestling. I didn't punch. No, I'm like I all I was doing was trying to stop Chip from fucking with me. So I'm like got him in holds and stuff like that. And Goofy came over to collect him.
Oh, yeah, it'd be like.
And then
step
took him away. And then we never saw Chip for the rest of the night.
That's hilarious.
Yeah.
Your random useless trivia of the day.
Yeah.
Who was going to play the Fonz before Henry Winkler landed the role?
Charles Manson.
That I don't know.
You want me to tell you?
Well, you may be missing it up with the Lords of Flatbush, Richard Gere.
Love that movie. No, I'm not confusing that.
Oh, who
No.
was it?
Mickey Dolenz.
Really?
Yep, he was going to play the Fonz.
Oh, good.
And then he himself saw Henry Winkler read a scene, and he actually went to the producers and said, "No, that's your guy."
He said something came over him. He was reading with a guy. It was a short list. They wouldn't tell him it was on the short list. And he said, look, if Dustin Hoffman's on the short list or whatever he's on the short list for stuff. Oh, no, that was with Barry. But anyway, for Fonz, they brought him in because he had done Lords of Flatbush. He was doing in New York. And they
Love
told
that
him,
movie.
because he was doing New York theater and stuff. They said,
Right.
if you want to be famous in New York, stay in New York. If you want to be famous everywhere, go to California,
Right.
which is a very good thing to say. So he said he was reading with this guy, Pasquale. And he said something came over him, and he said to the guy, "Hey, like, what do you do?" Like, and the
Right.
voice, and it clicked, and that was just
Yeah, because he doesn't sound like he's from Wisconsin. Nobody on that
No.
fucking show sounded like they were from Wisconsin.
No.
True.
And someone asked about the Jump the Shark episode, and he said his father, they were Germans that had left before he was a lumber guy, and he grew up with some means and stuff like that, and he was dyslexic. And his father, they used to call him Dunder or something like dumb dog in German or whatever. Anyway, not the warmest of parents, right? And his sister was an overachiever, and he was not, and whatever. And he said, the father, when he was getting famous, he goes, "You tell Gary Marshall you water ski," like, because he was a water skier,
Right.
And he kept it. He's like, like to please his dad, so he went.
Oh my God!
He was like, Gary Marshall.
Oh fuck, Henry Winkler's dad.
I water ski.
He's the one,
and that's what caused it.
I wonder if John Hine knows that. That's.
They have spoken about.
I imagine he does.
Said he has
John
gone
Hine's
to
smart
John
dude.
Hine and whatever, but yeah, and Henry Winkler said because his dad was like, so he did everything but the leap, obviously. But he off, and he was so, and then when he was so relieved, he was like, "I was relieved at the farm, but I was relieved." Like he did it.
Right.
He did all his water skiing.
Is that what this book is? It's his life story?
Life story,
Oh, that's
yeah.
cool. I'd be interested in reading that.
It's very nice, and it's signed, and he took everyone's.
Well, that makes
picture.
it better.
I know.
I have a signed number one walking, which is Steve Martin's sequel to his autobiography. But it's a comic book essentially. It's a book of comics.
I have a Diane Keaton signed, and I have
wow.
Buzz Aldrin, some like corporate thing we went to, and signed by all like these actors.
That's pretty kick-ass. Because Buzz Aldrin. Did you ever see the video of Buzz Aldrin
losing it?
Punching that douchebag.
Yeah.
That is a.
Well,
speaking of conspiracy theories,
That wasn't what Stuttering John, right? It wasn't one of those.
No. It was recent. It was like only a
very
few
recent.
years ago.
And he just married someone that's like 30 years younger than him.
Buzz
or something.
Aldrin's a fucking pimp.
He's
Yeah.
player.
I love that motherfucker.
Did we start yet, Tony? Did Tony
Oh my
start?
God, I'm not sure.
I don't
Knock
know
him
either.
Dead.
Well, I think it's cool you guys even know that song.
Comedy show. As I'm trying to fast forward, I'm always like, no, is that you playing the guitar? Who's the guitar guy?
The best is when you do the
He's on
double
the
tap.
axe, man.
You do the double tap, right? The 10-second thing. It's like the
Knock him dead.
knock him. Like, oh, he played it twice. That motherfucker, you fucking lazy prick.
We know the clip.
But that's what it sounds like when I.
Yes, when you jump ahead. No, so now that I have you gentlemen here, before
Yes.
we can talk about my
Oh, yeah,
styling,
yeah.
the comic stylings of Laura Patton. We can
The
save
only
that
thing
for
that's on the
end.
menu for today, right? Like, is your truth bomb thing?
No, it's not really a truth bomb. So I'm working. I'm trying to expand my material. Obviously,
all
and
of us,
Blah,
yeah.
blah. Anyway, I'm on a thing about old wives' tales.
Dude, I have a thing with that I'm trying to do with advice your father gave you.
Yes, same thing.
Yeah, where
And
it's-
my point
yeah.
is, as a kid, you believed it.
Yes.
I had no means to fact check it.
Nope.
I could have fact checked it with either a trip to the library
Right.
or checking our encyclopedias.
Or literally asking anybody else.
True, that you were never going to get. But Funkin' Wagnalls, we had, because my mother got them from the supermarket.
Right.
I know she had a fight with someone at ShopRite, so we stopped at R. So after Rasputin, I was never going to learn anything else, right? So my own, did you have house encyclopedias?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
No, we had it. We
And
had.
did you get the World Book too? You were cool.
We had
that.
the children's encyclopedia.
Oh.
And actually that's what sparked my interest in language, because it had like probably 10 different like basic phrases in 10 different languages.
Yeah, so we had Funkin' Wagnalls was ours. Some people had Encyclopedia Britannica, but they were rich.
Yeah, no, I didn't have
Yeah.
an actual set of encyclopedias until I was like 20, and I bought them from some traveling encyclopedia salesman. It comes with a bookshelf. I'm trying to tell
so
my
like
first
once
wife.
a week you would go to like the Wallbaums, and if you spent like $80,
Sure,
like
sure.
$9, you would get an encyclopedia, right? But whatever. I don't know why we stopped at R, but anyway, not important. So these old wives' tales. So I do a bit with don't pinch your sister, she'll get cancer.
Oh
Did
my
you
God.
know that one?
No, I never
So
heard
it
that.
might be
You
Italian.
know what? You got the Italian thing, which is going to be fucking batshit crazy. But go
So
ahead.
that's
Yeah.
where. And then my other bit I do now, if you cross your eyes and someone hits you in the back of the head,
Sure. It's going to stay like
they're
that.
going to stand like
Sure.
that. So, and I did mistakenly, years later, see a guy with a goo-goo eye, and
It's like, who hit you?
I was like, you got hit. And he was like,
Yeah.
He's
so
like, "You
now
actually
I've
believe
been
that?"
Or he's like, yes.
That's true.
My
So
fucking
I've been
brother.
expanding on it, and I've been asking all different people, and there's so many. So don't put. Do you know what happens if you put shoes on a table?
Oh, I've heard this with
Bad
Italians.
luck.
Yes.
And if you put shoes on a bed, someone's going to die.
Oh, I never heard
Anytime
that.
you
I'm going home and putting all my shoes on my
And
fucking bed.
if a bird flies into a window, it's death. Is this just Italians? You don't know these?
No, I've heard a lot of them, but
Don Sills told me about the hair on the hands. I remembered that
from
one.
jerking off.
Yes.
And going blind. That's the other.
But who? I mean, what was that commercial with? The one with the kid with the stick?
Is that you, Laura? Or is
was
this...
that Christmas Story?
Wait, what is this?
Was it? When was the kid? No, it couldn't have been Christmas Story about beating off. Was that the thing where the kid walked around with the cup and the?
Oh yeah, no. But they didn't. It wasn't beating off. But I definitely thought it was at the time.
Christmas Story is you shoot your eye out with that thing.
Yes, right. Shoot your eye out with the BB gun. But so Don said about hair.
Shit, sorry.
Oh,
asshole.
About a hairy hand.
Right. Yeah.
What? The shoes on tables bad. Oh, if you have an itchy nose, you know that one.
Itchy ears.
Itchy nose is you're gonna have a fight. It must be the Italians. Itchy palm, you're gonna get money.
Right.
I've heard that one.
I've heard that one.
Yeah.
See, I
would like to find someone that any of this stuff happened to. So Rick and I were working on a joke about the bad luck with the shoes. We're like, come on, like there was a fire, and like the inspector comes in and he's like, "Did you find the accelerant?" He's like, "No, but we found shoes on the kitchen table." You're like, "Whoa!"
Well, I think like a horror sketch, like just like a quick sketch that has like a bunch of these quick hit things, like.
What?
Yeah, like as the person's finding out about them, and they're just like
the
looking
dead
around.
Bird, like the bird hits the window,
or they turn and look at the window, and the bird fucking flies up and kills itself. Because that usually is what happens.
So these things were legit. Yeah. Like people really.
Oh, whispering disease names.
Yeah.
That you have to lift your feet over when you drove over.
Oh, we did that because it's like a if you go fast enough over train tracks.
Train tracks.
You go like this and put both your hands and your feet up, close your eyes, and it's like you're on a roller coaster. You
had to hold your breath when you went past the cemetery.
Yes, and dude, growing up originally when I was in Astoria, like, going from Astoria to Port Jefferson, we were like.
Drive past Cypress Hills, you're like Pine Lawn. Stop sign.
It's like fucking forever. It's like drive faster.
You know, living in Farmingdale, you'd be like, how'd she die? Driving past cemetery.
Yeah, like it's actually a suicide method. Yes, I'm familiar with it.
Well, they're so dumb.
Yeah.
Like I want to know the source of them.
Right.
And why they were allowed to continue because none of those things happened to anyone.
People are stupid.
If I told my son now, I'm like, you know, if your nose is itchy, you're gonna have a fight. He's like, no, Mom, my nose is itchy because my nose is itchy. And
you know what?
Idiot.
It just occurred to me that conspiracy theories are the modern old wives' tales.
They are, if you really think about it.
Jet fuel can't melt steel beams.
Yeah.
You know, we just talked about that.
Who told you that? An Italian mom.
Right. My mother always said to me, jet fuel can't melt steel beams.
Where were all the computers and the phones? Come on, yeah.
That was the whole moon landing was directed by fucking Ridley Scott.
See, nothing.
Or no, it wasn't Ridley Scott.
I bet your room is still messy. I'm still sitting there. Nothing.
Sitting on red? Oh, you can't even... Can you tell it's an Android? You can't tell if it was delivered or read. See, this is why you have to use Messenger. Is awesome because
you can see everything.
It's the best thing for
WhatsApp. You could see delivered and read.
Right.
Well, that's Messenger also.
Yeah.
I just started using WhatsApp with the art teacher.
Yeah, WhatsApp is we had a group of Aruba rock beavers, but that's a whole nother story. Overseas.
That sounds hot.
It sure does.
It wasn't, but and then. I have a friends in Australia that we use it, and now we have a giant group text with. I told you my friend is having surgery. Everyone pray for Angela. Everyone listening, all 9 of you.
Positive vibes.
Positive vibes for Angela. She's in surgery today, so pulling for Angela.
Knock on wood.
Knock on wood. And then someone's like, "This is press porn."
Huh? Because I'm saying my head. Saying my head's wood. Because I'm an idiot.
I think there's something in the old wives' tales.
There probably is some. Well, you know what it is most things are about controlling other people's behavior. So like religion.
Yeah, and I think
old wives' tales.
like the don't pinch your sister, you'll get cancer. It was don't pinch
your fucking sister.
But
I never heard that one.
Oh, guineas. Oh, it's always guineas, and I can say it, I guess.
I'm one. Yeah.
So, but it's like I can pinch her. It's mean, but if you like, she'll get cancer. Like imagine like the burden, like when you go to like children's hospital, they do the PET scan for your sister. Yes, she has cancer. Like, how did she get it?
That would actually, I would.
There was a pinch mark. You'd be like,
I would feel
Everybody
bad
looks
for
at
the
you.
kid. I would feel bad for the kid, but I definitely would want to see it happen.
Yeah. Pardon me. I want to see this through. I want to see you beat off so much that suddenly, and I thought it would just on any of your hands. So you ever meet those guys that have like hairy knuckles and hands?
Oh, yeah.
I was like,
They're not that
they
bad.
beat off.
Well, see, I will tell you that I'm more at risk of my calves cramping if I jerk off too much.
Why? How are you?
Because I'm
such a
like I'm
position?
tensing up and like and then sometimes my calves are like, and I'm like, I gotta get up and like stretch. Like,
How long are you going at it?
No, it'll be like the 15th time that day or something. That's usually.
You have that
when
much in the
happens.
tank?
No, not anymore.
Oh, I was gonna say.
No. Oof.
By the end, it's pillow feathers. You're like,
I use it too much. I use it too. I love
there
that.
goes Andy.
That's the I use it too much to go to sleep.
Oh, it's a sleep aid?
I kind of screwed that up over the years. That's how, if I need to take a nap or I gotta go,
Crank?
Yeah.
Men definitely crank more than women.
Oh yeah.
I can go like years and be like, I don't need
What?
to crank.
Yeah,
Well,
no.
like not all like by myself.
Like it's a fucking science experiment if I go 2 days. You know what I'm
Really?
saying? Yeah. That's.
Should I ask the husband that's not talking to me?
You're like, hey, I'm sitting here with Andy and we're talking about jerking off. He wants to know.
People
well,
do
I want
crank
to
a
know.
lot. I thought it would wind down, but I don't think so.
It does. It does because, dude, I when I was like a teenager, I remember one time at summer school going upstairs. They'd taken all the desks out of the classrooms because they were probably waxing the floors or something.
Yeah.
So all the desks are in there, but none of the classes were upstairs. All the summer school classes were downstairs. I went up there. I sat in one of the desks, and I absolutely
Cranked in school?
right in the middle of the hallway.
Holy crap!
Cameras?
Yeah. No, I mean, come on. This was 89. That was the
They had
summer of
cameras in
89.
89,
87.
just so you
Summer
know.
of 87. Not a Comswag. Jesus
Hey,
Christ.
when was Columbine?
Yeah, like 10 years after that.
Was it? Oh, Columbine was that late. I was going to say cameras.
Because I was back in America by then.
I was busy cranking dittos just to get the...
Oh, get high off the dittos? Dude, I used to...
Bring me a mimeograph machine. Whoo!
We had this teacher named Miss Kane, and she was a total bitch. She was my social studies teacher in 7th grade. They actually called her the Ditto Queen. Every morning you walked in and you took anywhere from 5
Yeah,
to
from a
15
different
fucking pile. And so I walked to school every day down Jane Boulevard in Port Jeff Station. And it was a mile. It was exactly a mile. And right at my old elementary school, there was this huge puddle. And when it would rain, I would actually watch the people go and turn their wheel so that they would hit the puddle, and I would like
To splash you?
this wave.
Intentional?
Yes, happened a lot.
That's
and
awesome.
and there was
Oh,
one
you had
time
a face that people wanted to do that to.
Yeah. And a personality. If they had known me, they might have fucking actually hit me with the car. But I got to school and I was in special chorus, which sounds terrible. You did have
Were
to
you a
audition.
really good singer, or
I was an
you were
okay
a special
singer.
needs chorus?
They did pick us up in short buses later on, but which was like,
Were you a
and thank you
baritone?
for calling. I was, yes.
Okay.
Thank you for calling it special chorus.
Okay, good.
Because I've had years and years of fucking abuse about this, but I would be sitting outside the chorus room and I would have to like take off like my jacket and like I'd undo all. The bottom of my book bag was just ink.
Oh, from all the dittos.
Everything was
Smeared.
complete, and I'm like, and she hated me, and I hated her, and I had to go to her, and I'm like, hey, Miss Kane.
Where's Miss Kane right now?
I will tell you that when I got out of the Air Force, I was working at a liquor store in East Setauket, and she used to come in to get a gallon of gin a month out of
Fleischmann's?
Fleischmann's, when Fleischmann's came out with those gallon,
And the coupon.
plastic gallon.
Yeah.
Yes.
You get the coupon.
And I was like, she cannot recognize me right now.
I know my friend's father.
There's no way she fucking.
We would all get the $5 because you could only certain amount you could
Yeah.
get each family. So they would send the $5 coupons to like all our houses. Not really, in hindsight, maybe the man was an alcoholic. You didn't say those things in the 80s. You're like, oh, he just likes his gin. He worked a hard. George worked a hard day.
I once overheard my mom when I came home and I was bartending and I was going out every night. If I wasn't working at night, I was going out. And I heard my mother on the phone with my Aunt Kathleen going, oh, Andy goes out every night, but I can't really get angry at him because he gets up for work every day.
That's it. That's a good codependent answer.
I was like, yeah, enabler.
Look at that. So Miss Kane. So I had amongst there were two teachers that were one teacher especially that was like an awful person, but this one guy that turns out it's come out. There's now a class action suit. He had like molested peers and boys and he died of Parkinson's and people were happy to hear that.
Oh yeah, dude, I'm all about
there's
that.
like a they're putting together like a suit for.
They should.
And he preyed on the kids with like the divorced moms and would he want to come over and look at
So
porn
not
and
that
stuff.
bad, but like my journalism teacher my senior year, and I was the entertainment editor for my school newspaper.
Tony, don't you think he should keep some of this stuff to himself? If he's trying to make
These
himself,
are my nerd
if
bona
he's trying
fides.
to-
These are my nerd bona fides. I have to get
and
them
he's
out.
trying to expand in the comedy community. He's like, so when I was in special chorus as the journalism entertainment. Sorry.
So
go ahead.
I had him. That was 8th period. It was the
When you're
last
like,
period.
so then
of
we're
the,
going to Catskill Game Farm.
where I worked. I'm a.
You worked at Catskill Game
No,
Farm?
I worked
You
actually
were a
at
llama
Harbs.
wrangler?
I worked at Harbs. I drove the tractor for the
Where's
hayride.
Harbs?
Well, the orchard. Harbs has 3 farms.
I know nothing
One's in
about-
Mattituck. One's in
Last week I did a
Jamesport.
show in Rocky Point. I didn't even know where I was.
You
didn't
on
even
with my
know.
buddy?
Yeah, with Billy.
Yeah, Billy said you did good.
Billy was good. I busted on his dick too. He was fine with it.
See, that means something else in my parlance, but
What? No.
I busted
said,
on his dick.
No. I said my friend used to go out with Billy.
Oh, okay.
I said she used to call him Lieutenant Dan because she thought he got it blown off during the war.
Nice. He loves shit like
He
that.
liked it.
Dude, he's
He's
the
a
best
good
at like
boy.
accepting roast.
And he says I look like an angry gnome. And
Yeah,
stuff.
yeah.
Yes, he was good.
I kind of look like a biker who can't afford a bike.
I think disheveled is part of his thing. Oh, and then I did the porn category joke. So I do a thing about like, what's your category? Yes, that's
Right.
the best of my crowd work. And all the fucking firemen's, nobody weighed in.
Oh, because they're there with their wives at the
Well,
firemen.
hello, when the show was over and I was like leaving, everyone's coming up to me, 3-way, Latina, MILF. I go, now you tell me, I don't give a fuck what you watch now in the parking lot. I needed you before.
So I've been working on something lately, and this is like legit, is I used to like to do a porn search of forced orgasm. Now,
it
it
sounds
used to bring me up a lot
uncomfortable.
of really awesome stuff.
They don't flag you?
So now if I put that in, Pornhub brings me to this site that's kind of like, that's not really cool, dude.
Nice. So forced orgasm would be like against someone's will?
No, not against somebody's will. But they
Tony,
are
should we
tied
be
up.
concerned about them?
They are tied up.
Tied up by choice?
Yeah,
By a stepson?
well, obviously by choice. They're getting fucking paid. It's but like, you know, tied to a Sibian or something, and they can't really move. Like, I'm kind of into that whole thing.
Really?
Also,
Tony, we're learning more about
one of my
Andy today.
favorites. Well, I'm only saying this because my wife never watches this. Is
And my husband never responds to my text.
girl forces cream pie.
Oh, girl forces a cream pie.
Right, like she doesn't. Like she's on top, and it's like, okay, I'm gonna come,
So
and
now
she's like,
a little
I'll give you that.
clarity.
And I'm like, oh my god.
Hopefully my mother isn't listening today. Cream pie is just to be clear.
My assumption, like, of course, everybody knows what fucking
No,
cream
I
pie
just want to be
means.
clear. Cream pie is on someone's face.
No, it's
What
where
is
you
it?
leave it inside.
Why?
You
See,
come
I don't
inside.
even know what that means.
You cream pie. You leave it.
Oh, you leave it for the lady.
Yeah. That's that's just like a facial, which is funny because when my friend went to school and became an esthetician, and she told
She
me
gave facials.
She gives facials. I just pictured her jerking off like two guys on people's
See,
faces.
that's the problem. Whenever, somebody asks, like, do you want a tea bag? I can't stop. And giggle.
Yeah.
That's a hard
Yeah, no,
one.
tea
The word
bag.
tea bag, I just will
Yeah.
never not giggle.
I have a tea bag in here.
Of course you do. See the wide lid, Tony, so he could tea bag in there. So what else? So that was so the old wives' tale. I
Tony's
think,
saying
is
hi to
something-
us in the comments. By
Who's
the way.
saying hi to us?
Tony is.
Because we're not talking to him.
Oh shit, you're still here.
I thought Tony left.
I'm not even in the
Should we ask about Tony's acting? Tony, who are you playing? The Dine? Are you playing Big Mel?
What?
Are you playing Big Mel?
What are we talking about?
We're trying to engage you in your life.
Oh, I'm
You
not
and
that interesting.
Carla
So
the
anyway,
waitress.
right?
No.
So
Anyway, Tony. We tried.
great.
Great, Tony. Thanks.
Cream pies.
So imagine Tony Carla worked in the waitress and she only served cream pies.
See, that's when people say cream pie, I giggle like a
know.
motherfucker.
Real. So I didn't know cream pie was that. I only know of a banana cream pie. Oh, I guess a coconut cream pie. We could talk about pies too.
I'm not a pie guy.
Really?
Yeah.
So there used to be a place by school. We used to go out for pie. I do like to go out for pie. I'm a big pie fan, but not dirty pie. Like literally. And it used to be called Best Eaten. If you think about it, was a pun. BESSEATON.
Yeah.
Best Eaten pie. But my pie of choice, pecan.
Pecan.
You say pecan?
Yeah, because pecan.
Tony, how do you say it? Should we engage Tony or not even? Forget it.
Nobody fucking cares. No, pecan or pecan?
Pecan.
Told you pecan. Pecan
I'm
is
surrounded
like,
by a bunch of pecans.
No, pecan is like you're black from the South and you say your aunts.
Yeah, aunt.
Ants.
Yeah, I say aunt.
Yeah, I know.
But but pecan, like I don't know, I got into eating pecans, and I just couldn't. And I saw a documentary. This is more nerd bona fides about a pecan farm
Really? How do they pick
in
them?
Alabama.
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 How do you pick a pecan? Do you bend or do you reach?
I think they bend.
Oh, I have another thing about bending. I'm getting a little older. Bending's getting harder.
Yeah, no shit.
So I noticed what's the bird that one leg?
Oh,
flamingo?
Yeah.
So that's what I call it now. That's why I put on underwear. I have to do the flamingo.
Dude, that's how I wash my feet in the shower.
Oh, you do
So
wash
now
your feet.
I'm like leaning.
You don't have a seat in your shower?
No, I'm not fucking. I'm the oldest person in my house, and I'm 48 in 2 weeks. So
I don't mean a seat like I brought in like it was built in. Like I have a marble seat
that's
in
exactly
there.
what I was picturing. So no, not that either.
So I have a marble seat, and when they were building it, these
I just got a marble in the fucking bath. Of course.
Of course you do.
No, because you're Italian. I
no,
forgot.
because it's marble in the bathroom.
You're Italian.
And
yes.
Anyway, so the guy, it was these Pakistani guys with these Indian. They were so great.
South
and my
Asians.
friend, brownish.
You're welcome.
So anyway, my friend James, the builder, when they were like trying to figure out how big the seat,
James the
guy
builder.
was like,
Go on.
Well, like, look, measured my ass. I was like, dude, like, just make a seat. I'm sure that you don't measure everyone's.
Dude, that's
ass.
a great line. I need to measure your ass to give you the good seat. I need it to be perfect.
So we have the seat, but okay. So I've been doing urban shows. That's a nice way to say shows in a more black neighborhood.
Oh, sure,
And
racist.
it's not racist. That's what they call it. Chitlin Circuit, urban shows, whatever.
A green book. Sure.
No, shows with most everyone's black. The talent's black. The audience is black, and sometimes they bring a
I
white
totally
comic.
get it. I'm just fucking with it.
Okay. So I went to East New York
Yes.
with this guy, A.G. White, who was wonderfully nice.
You have two like East New York. The guy's name is A.G. White.
He
Keep
was
going.
white, though. He's the white guy. Right. So anyway,
Wow.
the show, I have an urban bit, and so I have a whole list now of things that black people say about white people, and I'm there to I'm like the Mythbusters of white people, and I want to tell them they're wrong. So number one,
I'm white, and I will be informing you
I
how
will be
you're wrong,
correcting
black
you.
people.
Okay, number one, they say we don't wash our legs. So you just said you wash
I
your
wash my legs all the time. Like that,
They
I have
accuse
to.
us
That's
of
where I
not-
start.
They accuse us of not washing our legs.
I start crotch like everybody else,
Right, crotch. But they
and then
start
I
with-
work down left leg.
You do wash
work
all the way
down
to lay
right
down.
leg.
Well, do we ask Tony because it's only one leg? Do we ask Tony?
Well, it's one leg and then the stump. Yeah, absolutely.
So they say we don't wash our legs, number one. Number two, when white people get wet, we smell like wet dogs.
We do smell bad.
You've heard that.
Yeah, no, it's true.
Oh,
Yeah, that's common.
It's okay.
I never heard that.
I've heard that.
It's
That
okay.
we're wet dogs.
Yeah.
Third,
Listen-
when I refer to myself, I don't refer to myself as my government name. It's just my name.
My government name is Andy Plagainos.
I did not know
My
there was
real
such
name
a
is Hey Dog.
distinction.
Yeah.
So those things go well. They actually
Right.
because they
Oh,
think
yeah,
poking
yeah,
fun.
yeah.
And
No,
they're all
'cause
like
it's-
because they're poking fun. They're like, and the wet dog when they're like, I was telling Teddy I went to see this comic and it's the first time I heard the wet dog thing like 2 years ago, and I was telling Teddy and Teddy goes, "Who told you?" Like they're not supposed to let that out. Because my mother said when I was little, he was on the bus. She's like, don't sit next to the white kids on the bus. They smell like wet dog. So I was just telling Roach that we smell like wet dog, and we left. So now we refer to each other as the wet dogs.
I heard that I think maybe my time in the military and being you're just friends with everybody, and so you're getting from different regions of the country. Different.
Somehow wet dogs miss me.
Oh yeah, no, it was like y'all smell like wet dogs. We're like, oh, I guess I do. But listen, everybody smells. I mean, then you get into because you can't go tit for tat because then you start talking about cocoa butter.
Right, and then
it's like, you smell like a pina colada. So who's worse?
Right, and
at least everybody loves dogs. Only fucking total tools love pina coladas.
Everybody loves dog. No, must love dogs.
Must love dogs.
Must love dogs. Oh. So anyway, so that was some of the stuff that's been popping around, the urban stuff. So
I love the old wives' tale thing.
I do. I
really like
think
that.
I
That's
definitely
got
think
legs
there's
for sure.
and I don't think anyone's doing it.
No. If anybody has done it, they've probably only tackled like one
because they don't have crazy. We were not allowed to sleep in underwear either.
Right.
Did you have that?
No, actually, I think it was encouraged.
Yeah, no sleeping in underwear because I had to breathe.
Well, I did get that. My dad started saying that. Well, here's a great one that's actually sort of like.
Is Tony even here? Look, he cut us out of the screen. Look.
But
let's just shit talk Tony till he can't take it anymore.
What do you call?
And then he weighs in.
Do you have any other way other than saying you have diabetes than
you got the sugars?
You got the sugar,
right? Got the sugars.
And so like I knew my black friends would all say like, I got the sugar, or my aunt's got the sugar. Whatever.
Speaking of that,
my aunt has the sugar.
My aunt has the sugars. So speaking of that, I was at this urban show and they were all talking about this hot guy in the front. And I guess he left, and then there was just a really fat guy in the front. So everyone was talking about this guy. I came to the front thinking I was going to get a sugar daddy.
Right.
I didn't know I was going to get, you got the sugars, daddy.
Oh, that's awesome.
I hit with that.
That's so great.
Because everyone was like, this hot guy, and I got there. I'm like, that's sugars, daddy? That's your hot?
But we're sitting at my dad had just been diagnosed. We're sitting at having a meal with some of my Greek relatives in Jersey, and Taki is sitting next to my dad, and my dad's like, yeah, no, turns out I have diabetes. And fucking Taki goes, no, Charlie, you have the sugars? And I was like, wow, Greek people and black people are like, super
the
close.
Sugars.
Holy
the sugars.
crap.
Sugars is right there. You got the sugars.
I wasn't expecting that.
What got him? The sugars. He lost his foot.
Poor Charlie has the sugars. He told me the other night.
I said cut down on the pie.
Yeah. I mean, eat all the scordalia you want.
But no pie.
Do you know what scordalia is?
Scordalia, no.
It is the most awesome garlic mashed potatoes you will ever have.
No, I could ask my boy Lucky, who's I'm gonna ask Lucky about it as we tell.
SKOR.
My husband wrote back.
Yeah, he did.
He said, I bet your room is so messy. And he said, nope. That's it.
Oh, man.
I'm getting frozen.
Maybe you shouldn't have written that. Now it's like a downer.
Yeah. I don't know. Talk about want a cream pie. Let's see.
Right.
Let's see what we get from this.
You're writing, I want a cream pie?
I said, did he want a cream pie?
Oh, but that
Let's
sounds
see.
like you're asking if you're going to give it. I'm going to cuck you
Wait,
out.
so I catch it? I'm so confused.
Yeah, no, you
know?
get the cream pie. I mean, there's anal
like
cream
pies. Is
pies.
cream pie a verb or a noun?
It's both.
So that's why I asked him if he wanted to do the active cream pie. I thought that's almost like saying I'm sorry, right?
Yes.
Yeah, no.
Yes.
Let's see how long.
We're on your side.
And I should be nice because I'm not even working. I'm unemployed.
Right.
I need him.
Oh,
you're making money
Is
at
he
the
your
comedy
sugar
shows.
daddy?
I am, but it's not the same as business development in a big four accounting firm. But it's great. I could not. Thank you, governors. Thank you, everyone. I am from 2 weeks ago till December 8th, I am a paid working every weekend legit show comic. No bar shows. No judgment on bar shows or whatever, but legit theaters, shows.
Oh, yeah,
spaces.
Smithtown, right?
Yes.
Coming up or did it already?
No.
That's like
it's
10 minutes from my
11:11.
house.
Give
11:11,
thanks for
nice.
comedy
Oh, maybe I'll try to run down there.
Who's the feature? What?
That was very white sounding, by the way. Just now.
Hers was. Mine was.
Yeah, no, yours
mine
is
was
fine.
like legit.
Yours.
What? My.
Do it again.
Right, and I'm going.
Oh. Yours is coming from the neck like a bullfrog.
I guess so. Though, well, I've been to some pretty crazy
I'm
clubs
gonna bring.
in Europe.
If I need be, I'll bring the wah 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 wah. My son got me the air horn for the.
An air
when
horn?
when you're like like comedy battles and like an urban
Oh.
show where they hit that, yeah, that
Like
one.
that, yeah.
I should have brought it. I forgot. I have it. And then it was in my car, and it got stuck between when I brought the seat back down because the
Oh,
rookie,
yeah.
I've been helping him. So now I like rig all his shows and like carry stuff and whatever. And I was at a show, and I was joking. I was calling Teddy my rigger, and then people were like, "Whoa!" And I was like, "No." And then Teddy and I were putting up all these lights and everything, and then it was in Sayville. And then all of a sudden, Teddy gets up on stage and murders because he's so good. And these guys were like, I thought he was just the guy that helped you with the lights. I go, oh my God. I go, I'm his bitch.
Wow.
If anything.
I was making a joke. You guys are fucking racist.
I was kidding, but you're. So then they were giving out gift certificates for this restaurant called the Portly
Pig.
No,
the
Portly Fiddler.
Portly Gentleman? Or no.
Fiddler. No, she's right.
Portly Fiddler.
Yeah,
The Portly
it's Portly
Fiddler.
Fiddler.
So
yeah.
I made a joke. I said, because everyone's so politically correct, I heard it used to be called the fat fuck. And I thought that was.
That's good.
And then some guy goes, that's what I call my wife.
Oh, my goodness.
Fireman. And I was like, ooh, who's the lucky girl?
Yeah, wow.
Wow, you're
Who
a
won-
treat.
Who won that? Yeah.
I go, we were giving away sweatshirts. So the people were like, they always give mediums. So I look, I go, it's a 2X. Sir, your wife can wear it.
Nice. Ooh, are we getting responses?
No.
Motherfucker.
Can we call him on the air?
We could. Should we call my husband? Should we think he'll ask?
No. Because now we're treading into
What? Marital?
like, legit stuff that like.
What? Let's see.
It's never a good idea.
Let's see. Never a good idea. That's my middle name. Seems like a
Laura,
bad idea.
Never a good
Let's
idea.
see. Let's see if he answers.
Hello?
Hello, lover. How are you?
Good, what's up?
I called to apologize because we're on the air, and I thought I should be nice to you.
She was wrong.
You're on your podcast?
Yes.
Oh, so it's not a real apology, it's a fake show apology.
Yes.
No.
No,
You're
it's
wrong.
legit. It's legit.
We got your back,
She was
Brian.
wrong.
No, they have your back. They were saying how nice you are, and I should not be mean.
Well, it's part of your nature. I understand. It's like
Ooh.
You're gonna have
it's
to
like
take
the
this.
scorpion. It's like the scorpion and the frog. you know?
Absolutely.
What is that? An old Greek?
Yeah. It's going
Andy.
over the river.
Yeah.
The scorpion needs to go to the other side. Says the frog, "Hey, could you
Can
get
I
me over
catch a
there?"
ride?
Frog goes, "Hey, you're a scorpion. You're gonna fucking sting me." And he goes, "No. I need to get over there too. It'll kill me." They get halfway. Scorpion just starts stinging the shit out of the frog. Frog's like, "What the fuck are you doing?" Scorpion goes, "Hey, I'm a fucking scorpion."
So, am I the frog?
No, you're the scorpion. Come the fuck up.
Honey, you're my frog.
Yeah, exactly.
That's not good.
I'm not taking you across the river, bitch. I'm just gonna go myself.
No, listen, I called to tell you I love you, and I shouldn't be mean to you, and you're a good man.
It's true.
I know all those things. That's why it doesn't bother me.
Oh, see that? And it's just us this weekend, lover. So I think we should have peace, like
And cream pie.
Plenty of cream pies. A lot of cream pies.
I just learned what a cream pie is, by the way. I hope my mother's not listening.
I saw that. I'm like, you don't even know what the fuck that is.
I didn't. I don't even know how to use it in a sentence.
No.
All right, so we good now? Are we good?
More to come.
Sure.
Oh, I see that. All right, love you. Have fun rigging phone wires.
All right. Talk to you later.
Take
All
care,
right,
my
love you.
rigger.
Bye, rigger.
Rigger,
That
please.
could get us in trouble.
Have you seen the old Nick at Night?
Look at us. We patched up. Thank you. I wouldn't have said I'm sorry on my own. So
Nick,
thank you,
Nick
guys.
or Treat?
Nick or Treat? That's tight.
Oh my
Yeah,
goodness.
and it was a reel that came over, and it's this black dude listening to this, and he's like, "Wait, no, that second girl definitely fucking said it."
You gotta watch. You gotta watch. You
Oh
can't
no,
even
no
joke.
doubt. Well, that commercial, I actually remember that commercial from when I was like a teenager.
Wasn't it Nick, right?
There was
Nickelodeon.
that was the original, yes. But like towards like I'm.
Then they
almost,
started running like Full House at night, and
yeah, like well they did like
Steve Belanger was in one of their commercials.
Petticoat Junction, I remember, was like one of the first ones.
That's like on Me TV.
Now it is, but at that point they were taking some of the old syndicated ones.
Can you find old Quincy? Because I was a Quincy.
Yes,
girl.
Quincy's on Cozy now. Oh. Because he's on right after Kojak. Because that's what I'm watching.
That's a nice. We've started.
That's
adding-
right, baby. Dinah's Club.
You know what I'm looking for to come back? Heart to Heart.
Oh, that was
not my. Yeah,
What?
my mother
that
loved
wasn't
that
my
one.
The
jam.
beginning was great. There's Mrs. H. She's gorgeous. And when they met, it was murder. My name's Max. I work for them. You know,
I remember the opening, but I just never
you
got
can find
into
Old
it.
Fantasy Island, which does not hold up.
No, well, none of it does. Like,
And Morgan Fairchild was on every third episode. It was ridiculous.
sure, my wife, Morgan Fairchild.
That's a ticket.
Exactly.
That's a ticket, sure.
Gilligan's Island holds up. I still
It
laugh my
does.
ass off. It's so stupid. I
It
laugh
does.
hysterically.
None of
Although
them
I
actually
will tell
do.
you,
It's
the
nostalgia,
Skipper
which
was
is
a
fine.
misogynist.
Oh, definitely.
And he was mean to Gilligan.
Right. Yes. Oh my God. Yeah, I think you just described the fucking pitch, the show pitch. All right. So the skipper, total misogynist, and he's a dick to Gilligan, the main
We'll
character.
take it. Sign me up. How many episodes?
Yeah.
We love it.
We'll give you a
it'll sell-
13. We'll give you a 13 episode
Think
development
it'll
deal.
sell in the Midwest?
Yeah. It'll sell. They have no islands there. We could do anything on that island.
Get
Middle
Toby
America
Gillis.
won't know what the fuck is going on because they don't know how islands work.
Get Maynard, the kid from Dobie. He looks dim-witted.
Oh, Tuesday. Oh,
Bob
she was-
Denver.
What was her name? Tuesday Weld?
Tuesday Weld.
Oh, my
You were Dawn? No, that was Dawn.
Dawn Wells.
Dawn Wells.
Dawn Wells
and-
for
and
sure.
what was-
Tina Louise.
Yeah, no, Tina Louise, no thank you.
What was Tuesday? What, you
Well,
were
Tuesday
Dawn
Weld
Wells?
is from Tuesday Weld is from Dobie Gillis.
Oh.
Dawn Wells, yes, I'm a Marianne.
So Dawn Wells was in the same sorority as me. So she was the most famous, not the same year, obviously. She was the most famous Alpha Chi Omega that I knew.
Well, you saw that she's the last surviving member, and so METV likes to run a ton of fucking commercials about
always
her.
run stuff.
Yeah, with her doing Gilligan's
She
Island
narrates
commercials.
the thing. So that's why when Suzanne Summers died, not many people knew that Joyce DeWitt. So the big search that week was like, is Joyce DeWitt alive?
Right, that would be so shitty. It's
The day
like
she-
her publicist calls her up. It's like, hey, Joyce, I've got good news and bad news.
You're trending.
The good news is you're trending. The bad news is that people don't know if you're still alive. You got to make an appearance at
You
the
had to think
funeral.
about Joyce DeWitt.
Right.
You know, she's in that Shirley Feeney category. Like
Shirley
I
Feeney.
think Shirley
I
Feeney
know the
was
name.
Cindy Williams,
Right. Okay.
who is dead or alive. I don't know. I know Penny Marshall dead, but I don't know.
Cindy Williams is dead.
Oh yeah, she just died a couple of years ago.
The
maybe
big
just a
ragu,
year.
Eddie Mecca,
He's
is
dead.
dead.
He's dead.
Vern's dead.
Squiggy
Squiggy just died.
Yes.
Lenny is alive and well.
Right.
Lenny
And
is
he's from
alive.
Glen Cove.
Lenny?
Yeah.
The
Yeah,
one wolf?
2023, January 25th, 2023.
She just died?
Cindy Williams.
Yeah.
Yes, that's
That's
died
what I
this
was.
year.
Yeah, I said she just died, and you're like, ah.
No, you said she died a few years ago, and I said
No, a bit
No, he
like
said
just
she just
recently.
died.
I said she just recently died.
Oh, all right.
Like within the last few years. Like
Yeah, I was agreeing with you.
Celebrity
Oh, okay.
death fight. How
that's
old
a really
people
fucked
died
up
ago.
agreement.
I was trying to figure out, like, I was trying to get more exact, so I was trying to think in my head.
Oh, that's right. You are. The,
But you guys are talking, so I
that
just.
was,
Like I was at Thanksgiving dinner
He's
and
like,
then
"I'm out
it
of
came over the wire.
I'm out of practice talking.
Carmine
over the
almost did
wire.
one of my murder mysteries.
Really?
I was in talks with him to do one once, but
I
he
saw
wanted
the big
$2,000.
ragu at a celebrity Long Island basketball game. It was the Harlem Globetrotters, and they were the undercard. And it was like Eddie Mecca and maybe Debbie Gibson. It was not a big
Not
lineup
Joyce
of
DeWitt?
You know Joyce DeWitt.
They didn't have Joyce DeWitt money.
But now that's so funny you said about the pitch thing. So there was so I told you I took the class with Rick, and I love Rick,
yeah, yeah.
and blah blah blah. So when it was COVID, different people would come online because we would take it online. And this one guy, I think Rick could always find the guy if I had to. He had a bit that was so good that I almost would pay this guy for the bit to use it. So we
Right.
had two bits. One was when you go into the old porn theater in the 70s, what was the optimal seat? Like you didn't want to sit on the end.
No.
Because you didn't want to have to get up.
You don't want to sit in the front.
You don't want to be right in the middle either.
You don't want to be.
Like literally coming from all sides.
So it was a whole thing about the back row. Sure, was used a lot.
Mm-hmm.
So it was really interesting.
Yeah, these seats in the front are almost new.
So it was like, where do you sit? And so that was one bit. And then the other bit was pitching the ad for the Coppertone suntan lotion.
Oh, I've heard this. Oh my god. What's the name of the guy? I know I've heard this.
He was like, see here, we're gonna get a baby, right?
Right.
Topless. Then we're gonna get a dog. Dog's gonna maul her. He's gonna maul the whole thing. No, he's just gonna pull it down to expose her.
I just
her
heard
bare
this
underpants.
recently.
Was it me? Was I telling you?
No. It was definitely a masculine.
Oh,
well, more masculine.
More masculine than me, Andy. Say it ain't so.
I thought we had a thing.
It was great, and they were like, "We love it." They're like, "The mother's going to be neglectful. She's not going to put suntan on the lotion on the baby. Baby's going to have a big sunburn. Dog's going to maul her. Any parents involved? No. Dog's going to pull her along the sand. We love it."
So
what else you got for me?
Yeah, I just heard this recently, and
Oh
even
my
they might have
God.
even mentioned something about Don Draper. Maybe somebody stole the joke.
Maybe that guy.
That's
stole
possible
it like
too.
I was,
because it was a young. I don't think it was. They were particularly young, but they definitely the
maybe
people
the
I hang
kid
out
stole
with
it.
are.
You know that whole thing about parallel thinking.
Thought. Yeah.
So I have a bit about how do you get into an orgy? Do you double dutch? And you do the bit about double dutch.
Right.
So I thought that was kind of, it gets
cute.
does well, and
Yeah.
it's physical, and
Yeah.
anytime you're physical, blah, blah, blah. Fly across the country, go to Idaho, visit my girl Jody.
Yeah.
Go to Spokane,
Right.
Spokane Comedy Club. Legit.
Right.
Like, I guess on my biography, I was like, she's performed in Aruba, Las Vegas, and even Idaho. Go to Spokane. Gabriel Rutledge, do you know him? Phenomenal comic, a
I've
West
heard the
Coast
name,
guy. He's
yeah.
from Bend.
Oh, Oregon.
So an
yeah.
Oregon guy. They're double Dutch. There's no way our lives possibly.
No,
and they had
that's
like a double Dutch reference with an
Parallel
orgy.
Thought's legit.
Legit.
It gets hard after that of like I just had something where it was a Norm joke. Not that I'm comparing myself to Norm, but he just touches on something that I'm like, I turned to Billy and Winchell and Rob White and everything, and I was like, fuck, is that too close? Is my thing too
And if you
close
think
to
it's that close, then you can't do it. Can't go near it.
I don't feel comfortable. I haven't performed since that. I think it was just this last Monday, so I haven't performed since then. So we'll see.
Do you do it anymore? What was it about? Banging cats?
No, that's my personal life.
The pussies are so small.
Yeah. The pussies on a pussy are unbelievable. It's so meta. I'm into meta fucking. What's that?
meta?
That's fucking a pussy's pussy.
Is it? What's meta mean, though? Oh, you mean like in the
like more of a larger view of everything. Like it's there's a deeper meaning. There's another deeper meaning.
I'll have to look that one
I
up.
like to just throw that around because
Meta?
usually
Because Tony doesn't get it.
yeah, the uneducated are usually
Big words.
So you
like
just
they're
drop
like
it.
fire. Ah!
He just says precipice and you just leave it there. Because like if Fat Jay was here, he would not.
Oh, no.
Precipice.
The fuck you fucking Levittown Patton throwing around these big fucking words like precipice.
Miss Laura, just say the edge. I don't know why you and Andy walked away. Why the fuck is Laura Patton here?
Who the fuck let Laura Patton come in? That's what I gotta ask.
I don't live there.
Tony fucking Walker. What the fuck are you letting Laura Patton in here with Andy fucking Plagainos?
I told you, you don't need anybody else when I'm coming in here.
I'm the only one you fucking
I'm
need.
the only one.
Listen, I'm two fucking people in one. I'm 4 women. I'm 4 hot women and 2 average-sized men.
So I just shit on him. We were at a show.
Right.
Regular. I was in the grown-up show. Well, the big
Right,
room.
right.
And there was something going on in the giggle room. And somebody had, in the past couple of weeks, there's been 2 911 emergency people. And
What?
somebody had I think the wife overreacted with it, but some guy sort of collapsed and the wife screamed. And the guy was like, do I keep going? Like, whatever. Anyway, so they called 911 right away. And people could not, it was a Tom Kelly show, and people could not believe how quick the ambulance got here. They were like, it was unbelievable. I go, well, when Fat Jay performs, they just stay in the parking lot.
It's like watching a high school fucking football game. It's on the field already. Somebody's getting
We're
hurt.
already there.
Somebody is getting hurt.
Yeah, so that was so I'm like, when Jay's here, they check the governor's lineup. They're like, stay close, fellas.
We didn't get a chance to send the flyer over there, Levittown Fire Department.
Heads up, Fat Jay.
For Fat Jay just got. Actually, he had a cancellation, and then we had a cancellation, so we asked him to be here. So I figured I'd
Well,
call
I was
you
going to
guys.
bust on the stool going up on the giggle room, but I think I have, because he has tiny feet like an Asian woman. I'm surprised it's a topo, but I have bigger feet, I think, than Fat Jay. I have a harder time with the sticks. I was wearing like a boot. I have a hard time with those steps.
I think Fat Jay could be an Olympic level gymnast if he lost all the weight because his balance is so fucking on point. Like how can you walk around like that?
Do you think he puts his underwear on like the flamingo too?
I think he sits down to put his underwear on.
You think so?
I think you know what I'm gonna text him. Like if we're doing this today,
If we're doing
this
it,
is
if we're
the theme of
doing
the
it.
day. Today is brought to you by offending the
Putting
shit out of
people
one
on
of the people
blast.
that you love.
And I do love it. We did start like he was my comedy consigliere. No, and have you ever tried to get your foot up and put it in the underwear, and then your toe doesn't get quite through, and then you topple?
Yeah, no. I get so angry. I abandoned the underwear and stepped down. Because remember, the underwear's not nearly as important as you are.
Sometimes
You know
I
what I'm
have
saying?
stopped over, like I'm going to start over.
Tell us more about problems with your feet, you sons of bitches.
Oh, sorry, you mean foot?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I bet it's really easy to. Do you clean the bottom of the stump?
Do you
You
get-
have to. You have to.
Yeah, of
Otherwise,
course.
you'll get
The
fucking
stump, of
infected.
course,
Do you get
yeah.
half off for a pedicure?
Have you ever tried?
Have you ever tried going in for a pedicure?
I could
They
drop
can
it off.
charge.
I bet you the Asians have like some old wives' tale that's
Yeah.
like if you do a pedicure on somebody with one foot,
Yeah.
you'll run into an elephant on your way home or something like that. Like I don't know.
Right.
It's on the
drop-
fly.
I could
Ramen.
drop
On
it
the
off.
fly.
Say,
Stop fucking judging.
I'll drop it off. Say, can I come back for that?
Let's go for a pedicure with Tony. That would be a bit. Let's get a
Oh,
film
yeah.
crew and just sit down and see what happens. And then they're like shine in the other leg.
Shining the rubber foot.
And all of a sudden, it's
I wonder if they would have to charge half off. That'd be ridiculous.
It's already half off.
Pardon the pun. This coffee.
This
was
might
so
get
sweet
him
today.
to call in.
Fat Jay.
Yeah, because of the way I'm phrasing that.
Well, so I talked to a podcast host development, executive strategy, like podcast company.
Sure.
About because I want to launch one,
Okay.
but I want it to be good. No offense to ones that aren't. That's not what I'm saying. But I want.
Go on.
No, in a crowded field.
Yeah.
How do you stand out, especially in the comedy world? And me, I'm like nobody. I'm in this business like
Snuff podcast. Snuff podcast.
every week we kill someone.
It's like everybody's sitting around. Everybody holding their mic. sitting
Special
around.
guest. So we met with Ernesto. So we're trying. So it was me and Marla. We're gonna. I just said Marla, like
So
Darla.
pretty.
Me and
Go
Marla,
on.
we're gonna have it. Go on. Go on.
Do tell.
Marla and I. And then I was talking to Chris Roach, and he took an interest. So how great is that?
That would be really cool.
So I wanted to call us the Wet Dogs, which I thought was funny. And Chris, and every time we say Wet Dog, we go, oof. And you know how Chris is always very like, oh.
Dude, he comes to the mic on Mondays a lot.
He's
we get to see him
fucking
often. He's so great.
Great.
Yes. And a sweetheart. Like an
He's
absolute
so
sweetheart.
great. And Marlon was saying he's very in touch with his feminine side.
Oh,
So
yeah.
we were talking about, we're like, well, what if we talk about waxing? He goes, oh, Brazilian? And then I have to get a Kimbo? We're like, whoa, Chris. And then did you know he ran a sex shop for like 15 years? What did Jay say?
So it's two texts. One says stand up. And the next one it says I'm agile.
We said that he was like a gymnast.
He is. He would be like, I'm calling back, and this is going to be more nerd bona fides. They used to have a comic called Who's Who in DC where all it was character biographies. And it would always describe almost every character as a near Olympic level gymnast.
Was it origin stories of superheroes?
All of them. It gave you like their kind of like their height, their weight, where they came from.
I do love an origin story.
Well, this was literally just almost like it's an encyclopedia, basically,
Of superheroes.
characters in the DC universe.
Just DC.
Just DC,
And for a split
this was like
second, when you said
1980s.
DC, I was thinking Washington, DC, and I thought it was a little peculiar, but then I pulled the DC Marvel.
Yeah.
But DC, now, Superman is a DC guy.
Correct.
Batman is not.
No, Superman and Batman are part of the Trinity of DC, which Wonder Woman is the third in the Trinity.
Is she?
Yes, they've actually come out with
Wonder
comics
Woman
called
under
Trinity.
Ruse too.
I had Robin under Ruse, which were really, I understand now, somebody at under Ruse was a pedophile.
Well, no. You know what's very funny? Because we started with Moomin Shots in the commercials. So we were saying we said under Ruse. I was talking to my 21-year-old, and my son goes, my husband, I forgot what he said, what he had, because I don't pay attention to him. But anyway, he told me who he had, and
Looks like somebody's going to be
back in the
apologizing again.
doghouse.
Try this not on air next time.
So anyway, it'll come to me what his underoos were. So anyway, I had Wonder Woman. So I said I had underoos. So my son, and Fonzie. So my son says, "What were underoos?" And my husband goes, "Underwear." And then what did you say? What was their tagline on the commercial? Underwear. That's.
Oh, I was. Thank
you, Tony Walker. He is here.
He's useful.
Wake him up.
His mic wasn't even on for that. Fun to wear, just in case anybody.
It was underwear that's fun to wear.
I do remember that now.
That was
I
big.
had Amazing Hulk socks that I used to tuck my pants into.
Oh, so you could see this Hulk sock?
Because I fucking love the Hulk. I was like 5.
I did like the Hulk, but I didn't know why I had to get so angry to do great stuff. Like, why couldn't Bruce Banner do great stuff too? Because technically he had like, why'd I have to be green and ripped pants? Why couldn't Bruce Banner do those things as Bruce Banner?
Then there wouldn't really be a show.
Right. No, it was, and I mean, there's, not to get too geeky into this, but
oh, you go.
It's supposed to symbolize the beast inside of
the
us.
So
the metamorphosis is a part of that. Is
he
that
needed that.
if you looked like how you felt?
Oh.
You know what I'm saying? It's like that. Like there was some baseline stuff like that.
And Bruce Banner's, how did he turn into Hulk? Just because don't make him angry? That was it. He
Yeah.
didn't get bit by like a
Don't make me
radioactive
angry.
bug
You
or
wouldn't like
something.
me when I'm angry. But you didn't call him David Bruce Banner because that's what they called him on the TV show. His name in the comics, of course, is Bruce Banner.
So why David?
Because they thought, and this is legit, Bruce is too gay of a name.
Really?
That's why they did that?
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Which, if they really wanted a gay character, they'd name it Jeff Bosey.
So, hello. So now.
Stop it.
But he wasn't bit, but he had an experimental accident in a lab.
Oh, and that's
where he
why
was
he had the
exposed to.
power.
Yeah,
Right.
yes.
Gamma rays.
Right.
Is that what?
Even though gamma rays would.
Delta gamma.
I don't know. I've read a lot about like whether the gamma rays would kill you or do nothing.
No, I do like Doc Ock. I do love an origin story, and I do love to sit down with geeks and they explain it like they're explaining like why. Like for Archduke Ferdinand explaining like how
They have the
World
Black
War,
Hand and everything. Yeah.
So like they explain it with such legitimacy. Like we're like,
yes,
dude, you know this is fake. Well, the key word is fiction.
Well, that's well, you know, the moon landing. But
Conspiracy.
Yeah.
Old wives' tale.
That's what the Who's Who, things like Who's Who was really good for, because you got, like, they would have the block at the top, which was like their basic stats, and then they would have their appearances, like when they first appeared, and sort of their development as a character, and at the very end they would have all of their powers and abilities.
Oh, okay. So sort of like it's almost like a Pokemon card if you think about it, and they could level up and those.
Well, no,
like,
it was literally just telling you what the actual history of this the publishing history of this.
So now, who
character.
was your favorite? If you had to pick one, like
only one. This
only
is hard.
one.
It changes.
No,
it does,
only
no,
one.
No. But at this point, I'm going to say at this point, and it's because the movie came out this summer, Blue Beetle, but not the Blue Beetle from the movie. The second Blue Beetle. That was the third Blue Beetle.
Blue Beetle is.
Right.
I was just an Aquaman.
Did you never watch Electric Company?
I did watch Electric Company.
Yeah,
Blue
so
Beetle
they would
was on
have
that?
they would have Spider-Man, but it was not a legit Blue Beetle. It was like kind of a.
So I was Aquaman girl because I love to swim.
Because you hate pathetic people?
No,
I have a weakness for pathetic people.
I thought the flying was too much. I liked Aquaman because I liked the ocean. And he had so much power under there. Nobody was in his. Nobody was.
He
in,
had so much
like
power under
Superman
there.
and Batman and the Hulk and Green God, whatever, whoever name. I'm glad I don't know a lot, but anyway, Aquaman, he was the bitch of the sea. Like he was the top dog. Nobody else was going down into the sea. That was all his game.
There's so much in here.
There's so much.
Going down. He had a lot of power down there.
But I did like Gleek.
Oh yeah. Well, the Super Friends. We're now talking about the Super Friends.
Yes, and Super Friends was probably my foray into.
Oh, most people.
Because
Yeah.
they said that was an easy way to get into superheroes.
Meanwhile, back at the Hall of Justice. Yeah.
Wasn't that Ted Knight?
It might have been.
No, you think so?
I'm almost positive it was. The
Hey,
narrator.
name the Ted Knight TV show where he wore a different collared sweatshirt.
Too Close for Comfort.
Thank you, Tony Walker.
I love Ted Knight.
Lydia Cornell, and what was the dark hair girl? No one ever remembers the brunettes on the show.
I thought she was prettier, actually. I liked her
Well,
better.
some people do, and you know
It
what?
was Ted Knight?
Was it?
He's good with shit like that.
JMJ Bullock, which was not Jim Bullock.
Right,
which
it's
I
just
didn't know
JM.
that. Just JM. Did you know that?
No, but fuck
If
him.
we were going 1970s gay trivia, Paul Lind or JMJ Bullock, no,
This is pretty gay trivia.
Too Close for Comfort, and JMJ,
Right.
dressed like a chicken and sang that Happy Anniversary song, and that's where that's from. Too Close
Right.
for Comfort. He lived in San Fran. He was a
Shocker.
cartoon. He drew cartoons, right? What was the character that he drew?
Oh, I don't remember.
Good
Yeah.
question.
You guys are from
Yeah.
a different end of the Gen X pool than I
Yeah,
am.
because when were you born?
75.
Oh, you're already.
I mean, I saw a lot of it in syndication, but it wasn't like must see.
Yeah, no, it
Holy
was
shit.
must see, and you had to watch it. But so part of this whole podcast thing, whatever, it's like, what's your, like, you need to have a theme, a segment, like what makes you different, and it's really hard, like, to get something that. No offense, podcast.
Everybody and their
Malcolm
brother has a
Gay.
podcast.
I know.
Yeah.
It's impossible to.
So I'm fascinated by 70s neighbors, any sitcom neighbor. Like, that's the way to go.
Okay.
You don't have the pressure. Like Wilson from Home Improvement, still getting residual. Like, he's loaded, that guy.
Yeah.
It was a light lift. Or Mr. Bentley. You don't think
Which
he's
one
getting
was Mr.
Jefferson
Bentley?
money?
Oh, right.
All he had to do was come in, walk on his back, out. He didn't even have to be in every episode.
What would you do? A half hour? Because I'm
Probably. I
Because
think
it'd be hard.
shorter.
It'd be hard to fill even a half hour with one character.
I know, that's why it's not good. So we were talking a little bit about, well, I don't want to give away so much if it ever comes up, but basically having like a big reveal and like having, and the guy kept saying, well, why don't you bring in somebody to have a revealing story and then you guys, how you react to it. But then now I'm adding a fourth person to the dynamic. And I think it would be hard.
Still on it.
We are. You're cutting in a little in and out, but
Can you hear me now?
Yeah, because
Yeah.
he's on Cricket Mobile. Maybe you should get a real fucking phone, Fat Jay.
I have AT&T, Toots. Calm down, okay? What happened, Tony? Couldn't 2 viewers today, so you had to talk about me to get those viewers up?
I barely said 2 words this whole damn show, and I'm still getting picked on.
They could have a dry bar special. They could headline all over the country.
Fucking
The
it.
fucking fat guy gets the most views on Knock 'em Dead. Put it in the books, baby.
Yeah, whatever. You know, Jay, I started out saying nice things about you, and now I'm going to have to roll it back.
Why? Why?
Who the
And
fuck?
if you want, I'll come in anytime and show you how I put my underwear on. Mr. Andy, I figured you've seen the nail salon joke a few times. You know how agile the fat guy is.
well, no, we were saying that
if
if you have tiny feet and if you lost all of that weight, you would be an Olympic level gymnast because your fucking balance is off the charts.
Off the charts. He could do the rings.
Yeah, dude, anything. Like literally, he's like, what is Clown Jay? I don't know what I would
We'll
call
put him
you.
in a
Couldn't call you.
singlet. Should we put him in a singlet?
Not only are the feet small, they're ballerina feet, too.
Narrow.
And then he has a high arch.
High arches.
Yeah, high
High
arch.
arches.
That's good porn feed because my friends just got rejected from a foot fetish website. They didn't have a good enough arch. Her and her daughter are trying to pay for college. Mom, don't listen today. This is not a good.
It's a sick world.
What was that?
It's a sick world we live in.
It is, Jay.
There's too much sickness out there.
Jay, you know, guess who's...
Everything good over at Knock 'em Dead?
What do you say about...
Well,
Knock 'em
Tony's
Dead?
about to fall asleep.
Yeah, Tony was an actor last night. Tony was working overnight.
And he's trying to play both sides by being like,
I'm so tired.
but these guys keep talking.
Yeah, these guys keep talking. Meanwhile,
I don't want to talk, but these guys keep talking.
Yeah, me and Carla were on set last night. He's name dropped. He name dropped Carla Okerson.
I mean, imagine.
Weekend. Tony, let me know when you want me to come in so we can hit those double digits again.
Yeah, wait, who is it? I heard it's a double.
The only way we're getting syndicated. I hate to break it to you.
I heard it's you and Arnie Price are coming in.
I'd rather blow you, Andy, and fucking everybody that comes to the club this weekend.
And come to the club this weekend.
Come to the club this weekend.
Oh, shit, it's 12:30.
Oh my God, the show's almost over. Is it over?
All right, man. I love you. I'm going out to see Joe tonight, so.
Have a great weekend, ladies and gentlemen.
Jay, where you working this weekend? Working Fat J Comic?
I'm upstate tonight for Comedy and Clam Sauce in Putnam Golf Course, and tomorrow I'm in New Jersey.
Look at you. Well, tomorrow I will be emceeing for the great Teddy Smith at the brokerage. Come on down to Belmore, all 6 of you
I
listeners.
had to say no. I cringed. I've been cringing and for the past half hour because I had to tell Ange no that I couldn't work tomorrow.
Oh, I know. I hate to say no. I know. I'm helping John LaRocchia, so I had to say I hate to say no. I'm learning that like you don't. I was talking to Peaches. It's like a thing you call it it's not called the weekend anymore. It's called the work end, and like and you just sort of wait.
Right.
But that's good.
All right, fat guy. Love you.
Jay, thank you for being you, Jay.
I'm a puss.
Safe trip.
Look at us. We went the whole thing. I didn't even realize how quickly time flies.
So that's just tomorrow you're hosting for
So
Teddy?
yes, they asked me to do this, but I told you I was helping John because his wife. So I committed. I have an old timers fireman benefit, and then the show's late. It's like at 9 in West Hampton. So it's me and Tony Landafi.
I love Tony.
Who I only worked with once.
Tony's like in Suffolk, like Tony is one of like the most important people to us.
Is he?
Yes, because he's just amazing and such a great dude.
So it's just Tony and I. It's just a quick, maybe it's 40 minutes. So like I'll do like 15 and then Tony will do whatever. So, and then I got to rig down the show and the lights and the cameras and the speakers, whatever.
Right.
So I have that and laughter saves life. Anyway.
It's that rigor life.
I will tell you when I do it, Doug, like, when I do, you think some of these firemen would fucking help me getting stuff out to the car? No.
Nope.
Volunteer my ass to help me out, right? And then tomorrow I am emceeing in Belmore. So Teddy and I don't know who is who's featured on it, and it's always a good show with Teddy.
Right.
And then next Saturday is Smithtown Performing Arts Center with John Joseph and Luke Piccione.
Oh, nice.
Who's the host. I was happy to see Luke
great.
doing that, which is great. Then the weekend of the 18th, I have a private yacht club thing with Carrie Louise in Northport.
Nice.
Then
Freaking love Carrie.
she's great. Then Thanksgiving weekend, so far I have nothing. And then December 2nd, back here, and maybe we'll get Carol to come in promoting Women of a Certain Age. Is on the main thing, Carol Montgomery.
Oh, right.
So it's
right.
Carol Montgomery, Leanne Lord, who I adore, Carrie, and me.
Nice. Oh, that's a
Look at
good
Lord
show.
Patton. Look at me.
Very
And then I
nice.
think we may be doing Sticks and Stones with Marla, Chris, and I. So we're just working on a date and stuff like that. But yeah, no, I'm actively working. And the weekend, I was supposed to go to Bedford Falls, the It's a Wonderful Life.
Oh, Bedford Falls.
Oh, Mary.
My car. Where's my car?
Oh, man. Well, I wish I'd never been born.
Yeah, see here. You know,
as soon as I could eat you right up.
Oh, you old Billy alone.
Buffalo Gals, why don't you come out tonight?
So they have an It's a Wonderful Life winter festival that I got interested too late, and the ball was sold out. So I'm going to try and get it for next year. Zuzu's granddaughter, I think Zuzu's dead.
Probably.
Yeah. Zuzu's granddaughter comes to the thing, and maybe somebody that dances. But it's like a 4-day. The only thing I thought it was upstate that way, but it's upstate that
Yeah.
way. It's like
All
over
right.
by Buffalo.
Bring this full circle. More trivia. Who turns the key to split the thing with
Alfalfa.
The alfalfa? Yeah.
Oh yeah, because he knows his little rascals. Look at that.
Oh, yeah.
And he died. He got shot by his girlfriend. He died tragically, right?
He was shot in the face by a man. He was only 31 years old.
Jesus Christ.
And what was his real name? Alfalfa.
Carl Schweitzer.
See
I do. I
on
know my
that,
little
ladies
rascals.
and gentlemen.
Yeah.
Tony comes in. Bats cleanup. Comes in with the cream pie information. Little rascals.
Don't tell your husband I came through with a green
It's
pie.
all about how was the podcast today? Well, it's a little bit about cream pies and then
My
something
mother's
about
listening. It's
alfalfa being
banana
shot in
or
the face.
coconut cream pie. Oh, did you watch the Gotti thing on
Not yet.
Netflix?
I sometime this weekend, I think I'm going to
very
check
good.
that out. Yeah,
It
I've
was
heard
very
that.
good.
Yeah, I'm looking forward
It
to
was
that.
enjoyable.
Now, what about you? What are you doing this
No,
weekend?
I you know what? The 15th for which is my birthday is the
I
last
will
Dracula
be
of the
there. I
in
will
Long
be at the
Beach.
Shore House.
It's your house, yeah. The 15th.
I will be there to support Andy.
Check
Oh,
my
next
social
week
media.
is New York Comedy Fest.
Oh.
Amazing stuff in the city. If you can get,
Oh.
you leave Narnia. I know, it's so far. But I'm in Monday and Carla. Wednesday, I'm going with my son to see at the Triad Tim Dillon and Mark Norman. $20 ticket.
Oh,
like
wow.
amazing lineup. Thursday, there was a Gotham thing. I'm going with Marla to Jessica Kershaw and stuff. So it's just
Oh.
New York Comedy Fest. Everyone.
You sure she's going to be there?
Yeah.
It's a joke.
Oh, okay. But anyway, so a lot of stuff going on next week in the city.
Right.
So I
right.
think Carla and I are going to bop around Monday, and
Kick
I'm
ass.
looking forward to it.
Cool,
It's a
cool,
good
cool.
week for comedy. So
Awesome.
Everybody enjoy your weekend. Don't forget Governor's Comedy Club. Carl Okerson's here this weekend. Joe Pontillo, Eric Marino, Mike Cannon, Chris Barnes, Teddy Smith,
yes,
Olga Namer, and of course Laura. What?
We're getting to your name.
Yeah,
Oh.
I got
It's like Teddy
that.
Smith.
and
Oh,
got
didn't
that.
even know. I was pointing.
I was pointing
You
too.
were
Yeah.
pointing too.
no, I'm just emceeing. But no, great.
And
but save your ups for Smithtown. Come on out to Smithtown.
and me and Don might be in here tomorrow. We're still
he
not.
was saying
we're
about coming back to Green Room.
Yeah, I
Ooh.
tried it without Don. I think was it the last time, and it just didn't go well.
You
so
need.
I'm like, screw
I
that.
think
I'm
we
waiting
think
for
you
Don.
need people, Tony. No offense. None taken.
Yeah. Thanks.
I think.
As I shut this
Come on,
fucking
let's
thing
take it
off.
for a pedicure. Come on, pedicure on
I'll
me.
give it a leg, and I'll go home for the pedicure, and I'll go
It's
home.
only going to cost me half.
Have a great weekend. I got Jules with me on Monday, Sean Elliott Tuesday, Jen Snortland Thursday, and then this guy Friday.
Sean Elliott, Billy Elliott. I just want to dance in the ballet. That one.
Sean Elliott is black and in
in
a
a
wheelchair, I'll have
wheelchair.
you know.
That's
Heartless.
horrible.
No
But-
wonder he's not talking to you.
Wish
At
she'd
least- at
led
least
with
he
that. We
washes
would have
it-
had
at
you
least-
talking more.
At least he washes his
No,
legs.
we wouldn't.
Ask him what his government name is.
Goodbye.
What will you experience at a Knock'em Dead comedy murder mystery show? Suspense, excitement, love, more love, violence. Well, not really. And of course, some music. Knock'em Dead Comedy is the #1 murder mystery troupe, entertaining thousands of people for over 20 years.
Have a great night or what?
Their hilarious murder mystery shows are full of audience interaction from beginning to end that will keep you laughing all night long. Their shows are not to be missed. Knock'em Dead Comedy's murder mystery themes include a mob show, a redneck wedding, a high school reunion, a family reunion with a luau theme, or your own custom show.
Johnny, you have a good time tonight or what? Had an awesome time. All right. You had a great time. KDC, that's what I'm talking about. Yeah, yeah.